Hey guys, welcome back. This is Naresh. So if you see in front of me, there is a project which we have created earlier. In that we have two class file, that is my class and my class 2. And there is a testng.xml in which we are calling this class file so that we can execute it under test. Okay. And we also have a pom.xml file. And this pom.xml is calling this testng.xml file. Okay, so all these pom.xml and testng.xml we have created in our previous videos. Now we will try something new and we will try to learn something new in testng. Okay, so let me just run this program first. So what we are doing right now, I am in pom.xml. So I'm doing a right click and doing as run as. Okay, first I'm doing mv and clean. Okay, it will clean my project and it will say build success. And then I can do run ambient test, that is Maven test. Okay, so it will go ahead and it will execute my test cases. All right, so it's running the test and it has run four methods into that. And if you notice that these four methods are in this, so in my class I have two methods, method 1 and method 2. In my class 2 I have another two methods, that is method 3 and method 4. Okay, and whatever I have done by doing a right click, okay, and running as ambient clean and ambient test, the same thing I can do from here from the configuration. Okay, if I do a right click and say run as run configuration, so it will open up a configuration window. Okay, so let me just go through that. Okay, so this is Maven build. You can see here it says M2 Maven build. So for the same thing which I have done, I have clicked twice. I can do it only once by doing a right click on that and clicking on new. Okay. And I need to give some name of this configuration. So let me call this web test. All right. And here I need to select my project. So I'm selecting my project by clicking on the workspace button. All right. And here I need to give the goals. The same thing which we have done through the menu, I can give from here. Because I am directly running it from the Eclipse, I am not doing it from the command prompt. I don't have to type MVN here. Okay, I can directly give here like clean. So first it will run MVN clean command and then I can call test. Then it will call MVN test command. Okay, so I'm clicking on apply and clicking on run. Okay, so this will do the same thing. It will clean the project and it will run my test cases. Okay, so normally in projects we do like that. So we always save some kind of a configuration and we can go here and from here we do a testing. Okay, now let's assume that right now we have only one testng.xml file. Okay, but when you're working on an actual project, there can be many .xml file and you can configure all those XML files up to your requirement. Let's say you have a requirement that in a smoke test, you just have to run my class. Okay, but when you are doing a regression test, then you have to run my class and my class too. Okay, but in testng.xml, we have both. All right. So what we can do here now, when we say testng.xml, here instead of testng, I can give any name here. Maybe I can give a name like regression. So I will do a right click and I will do a refactor and rename. Okay. And here I can give regression.xml. All right. So regression is created. Now I am copying it and in the project I am pasting it. And now I can give smoke. Okay, so the first one is regression, all right, where I am running two classes. The second one is smoke, where I am running one class. So let me remove the class 2. Okay, so the one option is that whenever I want to run the smoke or the regression, I can go ahead in my pom.xml file. Okay, and here it says testng.xml. Here I can just give the name which I want. So if I want to run smoke, I can say smoke.xml. All right. And I can do same thing, run as, run configuration. And here, I'm using the same project. All right. And now what will happen? So as soon as I click on run button, this will go to this pom.xml, and this pom.xml will see that I need to execute this smoke.xml file. Okay. And once it go to smoke.xml, let me just show you. Okay. It can see only one class. So it will run only one class. Okay. Let me do that. Run configuration. All right. And here we can click on run. So it is cleaning the project, running the test. So if you see here, it has just run two methods because we are running the smoke test, right? Now, assume that now I have a requirement, I have to run the whole regression test. So what I need to do, I can go to pom.xml and instead of smoke.xml, I can give regression. Okay, it's regression.xml. And again, I will go ahead and run as configuration, okay, and run. So it's cleaning and building a project, okay. And now if you see, it has again run my four methods. So it has ran the complete regression test. Okay. So this is one way through which we can do that. But do you think that whenever, I need to do run the different XML file, I have to change this pom.xml? I would say we don't have to do that because what will happen right now, this is code in my Eclipse. But let's assume I'm committing my code into some Git repository, which I have shown you before, and I'm trying to run these tests from Jenkins, which we have covered before. Okay, so what will happen whenever I need to run different smoke or regression from there, I need to change my code because this is the part of a code, right? And I cannot change my code to run the smoke and the regression test. That should be configured outside the code. Okay, so how will you do that? So there are two ways to do that. So the first way is by passing a parameter into the suit XML file. And another way is by having a profiling system on the pom.xml. So first we will see the easiest way through which we can do that. So it says suit XML file and we are giving a constant here. Okay. So what we can do here, we can remove this regression.xml file. Okay. I can put, I have to put a variable. So I will give a dollar sign here. Okay. Then I have to give a curly brace, all right, and we can put the same tag which we have written here. Okay, all right. So this is my variable. So this is a variable which I can use and I can pass this configuration into my pom.xml. So there's a particular format in which I can pass that. So just let me put that format for you. And for that format, what we need to do, we again have to go to run configuration, okay. And right now our goals are clean test, okay. So if you see here, let me just move it, okay. So if we have to pass something into this suit XML file, so what I can do after writing clean test, I can give a space, all right, and then I can give minus capital D, and then I need to give sure, then fire dot suit XML files. Okay, and here I can give my XML file which I want to give. So I can give here smoke.xml. All right, and I can save it. And let me make it name as web test, and here I can give the name as smoke. All right, so I'm clicking on apply. All right, so what will happen here, whenever I want to run the smoke, I will just give this clean test d surefire suit xml file equal to smoke.xml, and this is the same thing, okay, which we have given here, that is surefire, because this is a surefire plugin. So I need to give surefire dot, okay, then I have to give suite suite xml files. So I have to make sure I have to give the same format which is written here in this tag, that is suite XML file with the S. Okay, so through this way, I would be able to pass on this smoke.xml here, and it should be able to run this. All right, so let me now run it. So it's building the project, and it has run the smoke test. If you see, only two methods had been run. Okay, now let's say I have a requirement that I need to run the regression. So what I need to do, it's giving here an error here. Let's see. Everything seems okay here. Let me just do update project. Given update project, force upgrade. Okay. All right. Now the error is gone. So sometimes you get these kinds of errors. So you just do a Maven update project and that error will go away. All right. Now let's say I have a requirement to run a regression. So what I need to do, okay. So just like the smoke, I will create a copy of that. So I will do a right click, click on duplicate. Okay. And for this copy one, I type it as regression. All right. And here, instead of smoke, I can give regression.xml. Right? Apply and then run. So it will again clean the project, build the project, and it will start testing. And if you see, it has run my regression. So now I don't have to change anything. Okay. Whenever I want to run smoke, I can just go to run configuration. I can click on smoke and I can click on run. If I want to run regression, I can go to regression, I can click on run. So basically, I'm not making any changes to my code. My code will always remain the same. So this is a configuration which is done outside the code. So when you're working on CI/CD, when you're working through Jenkins, this is the configuration you need to give so that whenever you want to run smoke, it runs smoke for you. Whenever you want to run regression, it runs regression for you. Okay, so you have to give this two different configuration into CI/CD, and in the project also, it's always better that whenever you're working on any project, even a local Eclipse, then also you can create these two kind of configuration. One is for the smoke, one is for regression, and there can be some other configurations also, because I will also tell you how to create a configuration through which we can run our test on some third party like a browser stack or Perfecto and the other things. So always keep this configuration separate. So instead of doing this, doing a right click, then run as Maven build, Maven test, just have this configuration once. So once you have this configuration, you don't have to remember the commands also. You just, can run this configuration once you have given these kinds of command. Okay. So this is one way through which we can do that. And another way is by creating a profile. Okay. Let me show you what profile means. So here and my pom.xml. Okay. Okay. So let's assume here I don't have this, suit file. Here I have regression.xml. Okay, so this is regression.xml. So I'm able to run the regression now directly by clicking on run configuration. But now what I need to do, so I can give some kind of a profiling. So what profiling means, so just above the dependency, what you can do, there's a tag called profile. Okay, I will create a different profiles now. One profile for regression, one profile for smoke. So here I can give, one sec. Okay, so alt space. Okay, so here, okay, here it gives profile. So I have to select that. All right, and under profiles, there's another tag. So I have to give this profile. Okay, so don't worry about the formatting. I can do the formatting by doing Control A, Control Shift F. So it will format automatically. Okay, so this is the profile which I can create, and in this I can give ID. All right, and I can give any ID here. So first I will give the ID for regression. So I will type here. Okay, so I have created the profile for regression. All right, now under this ID I need to give my build. Okay, so if you notice here, okay, when we come down to this plugins which we have earlier, okay, all right, so this is one kind of a plugin. Okay, and before this we have another plugin which is under build, so we have to give a similar path under profile also. So what I will do, from build to plugins to plugin, I will copy. Okay, and I will paste here under ID. Okay, so this is one, and another I have to copy is from here, Maven Surefire, from group ID. I will copy everything till my plugin is closed. Okay, so here I can give till my plugin is closed, and I should close the plugins and build also. So I will copy that again. I have to click on this and copy this plugins and build, and I will close this plugins and build here also. All right, so let me do formatting one more time. All right, so let's see. Okay, so if I click on this plus symbol, so this is one profile which is created. Okay, and if we look into this profile, it's a regression profile, and under that, I am calling the regression.xml. Okay, and I can create a similar profile like this one more time. So what I will do, under profiles, I will just copy this from profile till profile when the profile get end. Okay, Control C, and I will hitting on enter, Control V again. Okay, and here the next one I can give is smoke.xml. All right, and at here I can remove this plugin because now I don't need that, because I'm trying to control it with my profiling. Okay, so profiling can be used by many ways. It can be used by developers also for different ways, but here we are just using profiling for testing purpose. Okay, so here if you see profile, so let me just minimize it. Okay, so there are two profiles as created. So one is for regression and another is for smoke. Okay, just let me just change the name, smoke. Okay, so let me minimize that again. So one is regression, another is smoke. All right, and under that we are calling smoke.xml, and then we have dependency, then we have plugins of Maven compiler. All right, so what you can do right now, I can do a run configuration. So I will just copy this. Okay, or maybe I will just do a duplicate. I will do a right click and duplicate. Okay, and here I will call this as smoke profile. All right, so what I need to do now, so now I don't need to give like clean test d surefire suits XML file. Okay, I can remove everything from here, and I can give -p for profile. Okay, -p equal to smoke.xml. So let me just run that. Okay, apply. Okay, so this is smoke profile, and run. Now it will clean the project. Okay, so let's see if it has run anything. The requested profile smoke.xml could not be activated because it does not exist. Okay, so we need to see why it does not exist. So run configuration. Let me just remove this .xml. It can be an issue with the extension, because here we are not calling the XML file, we are calling a profile, and the profile ID is smoke. There's no XML there. Okay, so if you see there, it has run two methods of smoke only. Now what we can do, we can again go to run configuration. I will just create a duplicate of that and I will make it as a regression profile. Okay, and here I can give regression. Now just run this. So if you see here, now it has run my regression profile. So whenever I need to run a smoke or regression, I can just go to this run configuration. I can either run a regression profile or I can run the smoke profile. Okay, so this is another way through which we can run different test cases on the basis of my XML file. All right, so that's it for this video. And if you like the video, you can let me know and comment out. And if any feedback, then also let me know. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.